The world doesn't stop spinning. But I was shocked to find that the universe didn't revolve around me at the age of 18, though, so...
But you... Hi, I'm Niki.
And it's gonna be okay, be okay, be okay. It's gonna be okay today.
Literally no one's gonna know that song.
Today, if you're in the UK, is A-level results day.
And by this point, you've already got them, unless you're receiving them by post. I think you get them either early or later. I don't know.
We thought we'd do a video telling you how bad our A-level results were. And that it's not the end of the road for you, no matter what your dreams.
This is a video where we're talking... Why am I doing this again? Basically, this is a video where we're going to talk about, like, how A-levels aren't the end of the road or the end of the beginning or beginning of the end.
Chances are, you got your results today and you're feeling one of two ways. Either 1,
happy,
or 2,
not happy.
For my A-levels, I was predicted A star, A, B.
And you got
C, D, E. I just do really badly in exam situations. I do great on coursework because I can write,
I'm
okay. But when it came to exams, I was really anxious. And I remember taking Rescue Remedy. And I would just take that because I'd be like really nervous.
I was the opposite. So I had, well, no, I didn't achieve my predicted grade. I think what colleges do is they give like a high projection for your predicted grade so that they can go to all the parents and be like, we're predicted at 80% A star to C. And my predictions were AAB and I got BBC, which, fun fact, in my head, because I do this with like things, just like things happening in life, I ascribe value to them. I was studying journalism at uni, and I was like, I got BBC. Maybe that's a sign. Five years later, I'm still not working for the BBC. But I'll work for Radio 1 if you want me.
I needed 140 points or something to get into uni, like 160. And I needed like 140 points, and I was like 6 off. But then they said, oh, but you got predicted such good grades, maybe you just did really badly in exams. I was like, yeah, I did. But I was like on edge when I got the results, and I was like, my world's over. I don't know what to do. I can no longer achieve much in life.
I can just remember the atmosphere in the room. It was like, you could have been friends with everyone in that room, but no one was going to speak to you. We'll go to the desk.
I was numb, I remember.
One thing that sticks in my mind is that, and it annoyed me, JLS's song, Beat Again, You're Killing Me. That was on the radio.
And we drove in, Mum was driving us in.
I remember sitting on my bed, putting my shoes on, going, I'm going to remember this song now.
I remember sitting...
No. Why is it lasting so long?
It's going round.
The atmosphere in the room, it's like no man's land. It's completely dead. And we walk in, you pick up the envelope, and I decided not to open it around my friends because I had this gut feeling I didn't do as well as I thought I would do.
But all my friends were doing better than they expected.
Yeah, and
I was
me.
like, well, I'm going to buck the trend.
Cracked it open, sniffed the paper, and was like,
D.
This is bad.
It smells like D.
Can smell the D. Opened it, pulled it out. I got, I failed general, what was it called?
General studies. It was like common sense, but no one turned up to class.
It, by the way, because anyone that knows me knows that I've got good general knowledge.
I haven't got any common sense.
It's not common sense, it's a general knowledge exam.
That morning, I was sitting on my bed. Didn't you find out if you got into uni before you got your grades?
Yeah. Yeah, because it backfired. Because everyone found out if they got into... Oh, I don't know if it backfired. I think you just found out before.
Yeah, you found out if you got into uni. And I remember I applied for Wales, Lampeter. What was the other one I applied for? Roehampton, Wales, Lampeter, and...
Somewhere up north.
It was somewhere up north. I can't remember where it was. Can't even remember. And I didn't get accepted into Wales. And I was like, oh, shit, that means I got really bad grades.
No, you did get accepted into Wales.
I didn't.
You did. You decided not to go because you wanted to go to the one that I was going to.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to be in London.
No, you wanted to be with me.
But I didn't... This is not true
didn't you?
at all, Niki.
Yeah,
I applied for Wales. I applied for Roehampton.
Didn't you want to be...
Classics department.
Okay, but didn't you want to be with me?
No. I want to be away from you.
You only put Roehampton down as
Who's living with me and Linda now?
Didn't you only
Who's
put...
living with me and
Sammy,
Linda?
didn't you only put...
Who's living with me and Linda?
Didn't you only put Roehampton down because Niki put Roehampton down? Didn't you?
I didn't know it existed.
Look at me and say that you didn't put Roehampton down because I put it down.
Take your hands off your waist.
No. It hurts me think.
I didn't put Roehampton down because you were going to Roehampton.
You're a liar.
The world doesn't stop spinning. But I was shocked to find that the universe didn't revolve around me at the age of 18, though, so...
It's like everything you've done in life. What's the film where they talk about the ripple effect and it's like everything builds up to that? Everything has an effect.
Saving Private Ryan on the beach and all the bombs are going off and he's like...
No, that's Saving Private Ryan. Butterfly effect? I don't know what it's called. It's like your whole life is built up to that one point. But then that's true, but it's the significance of that point is no different from you waking up that morning, like,
And doing that morning poo.
and having your bowl of breakfast. Like, because the way that our school system works, you're made to feel like if you get to college and you decide to go to college, that is the most important thing. And for a short time it is, but it isn't the end of your world if you don't do well. It really isn't, and it's kind of unfair. You're made to feel that way. And it's just the system.
Everyone is taught at school that the only option is to go to uni, otherwise the world will end and everything will be really sad.
People are allowed now to look at other methods of education. My little brother's doing an apprenticeship. Like, my sister did an apprenticeship. She's a really successful hairdresser now. Like, there's people doing other forms of education that don't necessarily end up in a degree.
Don't feel like you have to go, because 27 grand of debt, actually it's more than that now, you'll be in a lot more debt, because that will change the Conservatives, isn't it? Yeah, we've got 27 grand of debt that I ain't close to paying off, and probably will. I'm going to move abroad for 5 years.
It's not how it works.
If you move abroad for 15 years, you don't have to pay it.
That's a myth. Don't move abroad thinking your student debt is going to get erased. I looked it up, I googled it, I went on the student finance website, and they're like, no, that's not true. We will find you and we'll make you. It's like Taken, except the student loan company is Liam Neeson.
Get under the bed.
It's kind of a video where we're trying to make you feel good about like whatever your situation may be.
Yeah. Uni is not the be all end all. I don't even use my degree anymore. I'm pleased I went. Good experience.
Helped me lose weight.
Helped me lose weight.
Very expensive diet.
One way of looking at it, the world is still your oyster. I did crap in my A-levels, but I had good predicted grades.
So I got distracted by a giant oyster.
To me.
Oh, this is an important fact. You probably have realised this by the time the video goes up, but the universities this year have less entrants, so there's a lot of spaces that need filling. So if you haven't got the grades you wanted and your chosen university has said no, there are plenty of other good universities that have fewer students. By the way, that's a good thing because you get more time with the teachers, and you can still apply for them ones. What? Holler at your sister.
Here's some things that you can do if you still want to go to uni though, and you didn't get the grades you got. Wanted to get. Every university has clearing, so that's where they've got extra spaces in their classes. So even if you didn't get accepted initially into the university you wanted to do
Ring 'em
your
up.
course at, call them up. Tell them how passionate you are. Let them know that you love the subject. I knew someone that called up the lecturers to say, look, the university won't let me do it, but I really love your course. I'm passionate about this, this, and this. And they got accepted onto it. Who was that?
I don't know, I think you just made it up.
No. Take a gap year.
Take a gap. It worked for Jack's Gap.
If you've got a twin and symmetrical faces, both on your own and with the other person, then make a channel.
No one has a symmetrical face.
Apparently that's ideal beauties have a very
Around symmetrical face.
Yeah.
All Sims are happy then. There was some other points probably. Oh, what am I gonna do?
You learn a lot of useless stuff at school and college. It's fine. You'll probably never use it. In America, they still teach you Fahrenheit. I don't know how to convert that to Celsius. So when I go out there, I'm screwed. There are things in life you aren't taught, you learn yourself. This is when you start learning.
Tax, credit cards,
You get shit from here. The life's not hunky-dory.
PPI.
It's not like a Biff, Chip and Kipper book. Do not beat yourself up. You are your best friend. Love yourself. Treat others with kindness.
And don't.
Eat white dog shit.
Why?
Get involved in the comments. Talk to each other about your A-levels and your GCSEs. Make each other feel great.
Congratulations if you got into the university of choice. Well done. You've got 3 years ahead of you that are going to be interesting.
Congratulations if you just entered the University of Life, because you are on one fast track to town.
I don't know if this video was constructive in the slightest, so what I'm going to do is put some links in the description to websites that advise you on your next steps.
I sat down thinking this is going to be inspiring, it's going to go viral, because two lovely twins have just told us that the world's going to be fine.
That theory and that formula hasn't worked for about 3 years, so I don't know where you got that from.